We have so many veterans that are coming home and they have consistent night terrors at night. They just can't, they keep playing it over and over in their head, and especially when they're sleeping, they don't easily come out of it. They don't know really where they are, and it ends up affecting the whole family. And we actually have taught our dogs certain commands. We call it a calming command, where they can actually turn on the light, jump up in bed, kind of nuzzle against that person and calm their breathing and kind of take them out of it without even waking them up. And we know that it helps in so many situations get that family back to living a normal life.
I have a lot of nightmares and dreams. And my wife, she tries to wake me up, but she's scared to do it sometimes because if I jump up and start to, if I'm in Iraq, I may attack. And this is the area that the service dog can be right there beside me, and that can be the new service dog's job. And I really think too, it'll calm me down and relax me, knowing I have protection there. That dog's gonna have my 6.
The PTSD, I was extremely isolated. Decker has worked so hard with me and listens to my commands. He is just such a willing source of anything I need. I was on the waiting list for 2.5 years waiting for Decker. It was a long waiting time, but it was well worth it. I feel so much more outgoing. I feel it's something that's almost indescribable because it's just it's an inside feeling how much he's opened up, my life now.
We had a veteran who cleared buildings in Iraq, and so he would go in with his troops and look for bombs, look for insurgents that might be shooting at people, and it was a very nerve-wracking position. When he came back, he ended up scheduling his life between daylight and sunset because if he got back after dark, he couldn't go in his house. But things would always happen and he'd get caught in traffic or his VA medical appointment would go later and he'd get home and then he'd sit in his driveway for hours until he could find someone to go in and make sure the house was okay. We trained his dog to go with him wherever he goes, and when they come home, no matter what time of the day it is, he goes to the door with his veteran. The veteran opens the door and pushes it open. The dog goes in room by room, flips the lights on in the room, and then circles and goes to the next room. And this veteran knows with the dog's incredible sense of smell and hearing that if he says the house is okay to go into, he can go into. And so he said he feels like he's gotten his life back, his independence back, because he can go and do when he wants to.
I've never spoken in public in a large group maybe once or twice in my whole life. I mean, I just went in front of maybe 200 people and just gave my life story to them and didn't care. That's this dog. He has brought out the best in me just by being there, just by being a friend.
I can only say from the bottom of my heart how much I appreciate it, Decker appreciates it, and all the other veterans who need service dogs truly need your support in order to continue to live a normal life once they leave the service.
One thing that I like to say is, they give me back my legs. She's called my legs for a reason because she does so much for me. And until you've been in a situation where you've had to rely on somebody else, and most of the veterans learn very early in the training, you got to rely on each other. Well, I got my wife, I rely on my family, but one I know that will always be with me is my service dog. And that comes from the love, the care the Freedom Service Dog organization gives to the dogs, and then the dogs give back to the individual. And I just want to say thank you personally for me for the support that they give to us. And Summer also would say thank you too, if you could borrow her dog.
Without these dogs, people like me would not be a productive member in society again. I feel like it's the best thing that has ever happened to me, and it is the best thing to happen to anybody. Thank you.